I'm thinking of the parallels in my head of an Italian family. Yeah. Because my great-grandfather would wake up and say, Sadie, let's have a barbecue today.
Right.
And then he'd make one phone call.
Right.
And then they would all call each other
Right.
and say, and I'm like, but nobody's showing up with chickens or anything like that. But I did see my Uncle Joe one time pulled an eel out of I was fishing and I caught an eel. And I mean, it's pulling a snake out of the water.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And my Uncle Joe picked it up by the tail and whacked it against the bulkhead on the deck until it was out, until it was dead, and then gave it to my grandmother. She stripped it up, and we had eel that night. And that's the equivalent of, I mean, we didn't go get the pet, bring it there, and shoot it and bleed it out, but still, we were pulling things out and killing it right there on the property.
But that's normal. Like my mother to this day, if I ask her, Mom, I haven't had mole. Mole is this really deep Mexican dish. It's chocolate chicken.
Yeah.
She won't go to the market. She'll literally be like, okay, can you take me? I go, no, but Albert will, my younger brother. And he'll take her to this place in East LA where it's kind of like one of those restaurants that have the lobster things.
Yeah, where you go pick it out.
Yeah. You walk in and you point to a chicken or a rooster.
Yeah.
And they take it away. And bro, here's the weird part.
And then your mom has to extinguish it, or it does
No. They kill it in the back. But the weird part is when they bring it to you, that through the paper you can feel how warm it.
Oh, it was just alive.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could feel that it was just. Oh, that creeped me out.
I don't want to know. I don't want to see all. I just want to eat it.
Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing. My parents got me accustomed to doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it's it's not awkward to you.
No. So we had a pig, right? When I was 10-ish, we had a pig that had 15 little babies, but only had 14 nipples.
Right.
So my dad goes, just wait about a day and a half and we're going to find the one. And so about a day and a half later, there's one in the corner. Now, 2 days later, he's smaller than the others already.
Right.
So my dad goes, you see that one is going to die. So take care of it. In the morning, after we milk the cows, give them milk, feed it. Dude, I fed it till it became the biggest pig we had.
Oh, nice.
Right? Huge. Named him Larry. Named him Larry, bro. He was my pet pretty much.
Yeah.
One morning, bro.
Bye-bye, Larry. Yeah.
I wake up to a gunshot. I was like, what's going on? I run out back. It's Larry, dude. I come back in the room crying. I go, Dad, they killed Larry. And my dad goes, yeah, well, what did you think we were going to do? I was like, well, I thought you were going to let it live forever. And we hadn't had protein because we lived out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
We hadn't killed the chicken. We hadn't gone fishing. So we had rice, beans, and dairy products for like 3 to 4 weeks straight. So, dude, everybody's eating this pig, bro, and I don't want to eat it. And then I had...
it's staring you in the face.
Bro.
You smell it. You smell Larry.
In the minute that I ate Larry, bro, everything changed. So, you know what I mean? You bringing a goat to my house and killing it, don't care. It's no big deal. I don't care what his name is.
People say it all the time, like at the schools here, you could buy, like, you could take an agricultural class where you get a cow, you buy the cow, and then you raise it, and then they take it to auction and sell it, and that's what they do. And then they make like a charity fundraiser, but you could buy into this pig or whatever, or cow. And people are like, I couldn't raise it and then eat it. I would talk to it during the years, going, one day I'm going to eat you. One day I'm getting it.
Is that what you would do?
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, come on, Larry, eat this. Fatten it up, Larry. I would just let him know one day you're going to make me very happy.
You know what's funny? I would do that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I was on the farm today, I would definitely do that now. But back then, I was 10, bro. I was
when you're a little kid, that's a different story.
Traumatized, dude.
That's like me going outside and my dog is gone, and then all of a sudden we're eating dog feet. This is Carlos Mencia. He is going to be at the Funny Bone in Ybor City, formerly the Improv. 864-4000. It's been a while. I don't know. For some reason.
Does anybody call anymore now? You just go online, right?
Well, I guess everybody goes online now. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still old. So I'm old now. I got to double check, make sure people still work there and all that stuff. Or you can go to Tampa Funny Bone, I imagine. TampaFunnyBone.com.
Yeah, it's TampaFunnyBone.com. Or go to CarlosMencia.com. And then you click on it and you get over.
Click it, buy your tickets that way. Where have you been? What have you been?
Dude, I've been everywhere, bro. Yeah. Right now, it's like, you know what's funny? There were a few times in my life where I felt a calling to stand up.
Right.
One of them was 92 during the riots. because I'm from LA, so I was able to I was able to make fun of the rioters. I was able to make fun of the blacks. I was able to Koreans. I was like able to get in that world and really get into it. The next one was September 11th. I remember.
Time to be funny.
It happened on a Tuesday, and I remember on Friday I was watching Chris Rock at the Laugh Factory, and anytime he mentioned anything about the 11th, you could see the audience perk up.
Yeah.
But then every other comedian went on. Nobody did jokes about it. They just would go like, man, crazy, right? And you'd see people go, crazy how? But nobody was wanting to do a joke about it. And I remember watching that going, I'm not afraid to do jokes about that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you find an album, it's called America Rules. That album was written between the 11th and the 19th of September.
What do you remember? What was your first September 11th joke? Like, what did you have? What did you come out with?
Well, first, I think what started it was they messed with the right airlines, right? Because I don't know if you remember this, but they were on American and Delta and United, right? They didn't mess with Southwest Airlines, right? But Southwest Airlines at that point had killed somebody. I don't know if you remember the story where there's a guy on a Southwest Airlines who said, I'm going to open the door. And he started running toward the door. The people in there stopped him. By the time the plane landed, he was dead. Yeah. So they literally killed the guy on a plane.
So you picked the
Southwest.
They picked the right airline.
So the first joke was that they didn't go there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think, man, it was so long ago, but I think I did the black guy, the Latino, and the redneck coming together. You know what I mean? Right. So I think the joke went something like, when the cops came in, they were like, what happened? And then the redneck was like, well, this brown guy over here started saying la, 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 running toward the back. And then he tripped and fell over there. And then the black guy was like, yeah, man, he just tripped over something. I don't know what happened. And then the Mexican, you know what I mean? So that was the whole, it started that. It was, but you saw September.
It's ballsy to come out of the gate between the 11th and the 19th.
Never been afraid of that.
It's not so much afraid of that. It's like, here's the deal with radio, right? So we went to 24-hour CNN at the time.
Correct. I remember.
And we had nothing to do. And I said to my boss after like 2 days, I'm like, well, when do we go back to work? When do we start doing things the way we used to do?
Right.
And he said, you know what we're waiting for? Letterman. Wait till Leno and Letterman start getting on and making jokes again. That's when it'll be okay. So really, it was based on comedy. I mean, when when they felt like the comedy kings at the time were ready to go, then it's ready for the rest of the world to go. Yeah. That's a lot of pressure on comedians.
Yeah. And, you know, it was like this. HBO was like, it's a little too raw. It's a little like, they're like, this is amazing, but we got to let it settle a little bit. And then it just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and I never did it. But like, I was going to do a special that was literally just all about that.
Oh, wow.
But then I get it, because at the time, I didn't know how to smile as much on stage. Mm-hmm. So people thought that I was angry. Yeah. You know, and it's weird. I've always been intrigued by that. The fact that I'll have people say to me, like, why are you angry or something like that? I go, I got a standing ovation. Yeah. I didn't get a standing ovation because they're mad at me. Right. They were laughing so hard that at the end of the show, they stood up. But if you don't pay attention to their laughs and you just look at me, I guess what it is. And I was hanging out with Santana the other day, and he was like, Brother Carlos, it's because you're intense, bro. You're intense, man. So I was like, it's intensity? He's like, intensity scares people.
Yeah, they can't tell the difference. By the way, Brother Santana is here this weekend, too.
Is he?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Oh, I did not know that. I might stay an extra day. Oh, and I didn't even talk about this. I just got a residency at Harrah's in Vegas.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, so starting at the end of this month, every weekend till the end of the year, I'm at Harrah's.
Are you starting at the end of June?
At the end of June, beginning of July, every Sunday and Monday.
I'm going out for the McGregor fight.
Come by every Sunday and Monday.
Oh, that might be great. I might hit you up.
Every Sunday and Monday, I'm gonna be at Harrah's, bro. So
I'll have my son with me, and my son I want him to experience all the good stuff in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I have all kinds of hookups over there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you got to hit me up. My best friend Enzo. One of my best friends in the world has a restaurant I think it's at Encore.
Okay.
It's an Italian spot.
All right.
I'm gonna hook you up.
All right. Yeah, for
and
sure.
You're gonna sit down and you're not gonna ask for anything.
That's the best way to go.
You food.
It's the best way to do
He's
it. Yeah.
just gonna hook you up unless there's something that you really, really need and want.
Oh, I know. Look at me. I'm pretty happy with everything.
Yeah. He's Oh, you're gonna love it, dude. It's called Allegra. It's amazing, dude. Enzo from Allegra. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
All right, good.
Yeah,
Listen to me. I
dude.
want everybody to go see Carlos this weekend at the Funny Bone in Ybor City, formerly the Improv.
And don't come if you're easily offended. Seriously, because we're gonna make fun of everything. Like
even
everything.
cerebral palsy people have no chance.
Oh, there might be somebody with palsy.
Yeah.
You might be sitting next to somebody with palsy.
I know I brought this up to you before, but I want to bring it up just because on this note again.
Yeah.
I have had you on the show a bunch of times. I've had Brad Williams on the show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And it took like 3 times before I realized that the whole way Brad Williams got into comedy was you were making fun of midgets and he was at the show.
I literally had half the audience is laughing.
Yeah. And you did not realize.
Literally half.
Yeah.
Like you literally go down and this side is laughing and the left side isn't. And I
Right.
literally stopped and went, "Is there a midget over here?"
Yeah. That's
Like seriously, is there a midget over here? And I see the little hands go up. And I go, "Come up on stage." And I go, "Dude, it was just comedy gold because a dwarf comes up on stage."
Right.
And I get him a mic and I go, "So where do you work?" And he goes, "Disneyland." Eruption. Eruption.
Yeah.
And then I go, "What do you do there?" And then we found out. See, this is why I hate political correctness and all this wokeness and all this kind of
Right.
stuff. Dwarves, actual people with dwarfism, cannot be dwarves when they do the reenactment plays of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Too small?
No, it's offensive.
To dwarves?
Yes. So think about that.
Yeah, I get it.
Dwarves are not going to get paid to be dwarves because it's offensive to dwarves. So instead, we're going to give that money to average sized men.
So what did he do at Disneyland?
So his job was he was a bodyguard for Mickey and Minnie.
As a little
Exactly, because Disneyland doesn't want somebody that looks like you or me
hang
running
on.
up on 5 and 8 year olds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have a little person
guy
who can kind of manhandle children.
that makes more sense. Yeah.
Next time you have him in, have him tell you stories about when he got a little aggressive with children.
kids?
Yes, dude.
Some tough kids.
So so it's hysterical. We have a dance off at the end of the night.
I love it.
Cut to a year later, performing at the Improv. So this was at the Improv in Brea, California. So a year later, I'm performing at the Improv in Ontario, California, and he shows up. Yo, Los, I've been doing stand-up for a year.
Really?
I got the bug. You brought me on stage, and I just can't get rid of it. I love doing this. And he goes, and I'm just here to see the show. He walks away, and my wife goes, "Ned, you should put him on. You should put him on." And I go, "Oh, I'm not sure." My brother Albert comes up and goes, "Bro, he's going on, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Listen, guys, you guys don't understand young comedy. When we're young, too young, and they put us, if I put him on and he bombs,
Right.
this is going to hurt him for a really long time.
Yeah.
It's going to mess with his ego, with his confidence. Like, I don't want to put him in a situation where I want to nurture this kid. I don't want to put him in a bad situation. What if they don't laugh?"
Yeah.
And I sort of got my brother looks at me and he goes, "He's a midget. They're going to laugh, stupid."
This is true. He's already halfway there.
And I was like, all right. And so I bring him on, I let him go on stage. At the end of the show, I bring him on stage. There's a guy in the front row with these cowboy boots. I make him take off his cowboy boots. He puts on the boots and they go all the way up to his penis. You know what I mean? And we play a country song and have him dance and do a dance
so
off.
Funny.
And that's when, if anybody back in the day saw my shows, when we used to do lap dances, that's how it started.
Oh,
because he did a dance, and then there were some girls up there that were like, "Oh my God, we're getting married." And we're like, "What? Get up here." And I had Brad
Do lap
give her
dances
lap dances.
in the cowboy boots.
In the cowboy
That's
boots, and
funny.
that's how that started. Yeah. So, like, Brad Williams was like literally my discovery.
Yeah,
So
that's
and
so funny.